We're Jenna and Jeremy.
After 14 months of RV life, we sold the RV and booked a one-way flight to travel the world.
Follow our adventures as we explore more of our incredible planet Earth.
Don't forget to press that subscribe button and turn on post notifications for weekly travel videos.
You can find us on Instagram and TikTok, Quench Your Adventure. Now on to the
good stuff.
What's up, guys? If you missed the last video, we explored one of the most colorful towns in all of Colombia, Guatapé. Our friend Kale was visiting before heading off on his next adventure in northern Colombia that I was really interested in. Jenna, being the amazing wife she is, suggested that I join Kale on the adventure despite it being Valentine's Day weekend and I'd be leaving for 4 nights to a different part of the country. Well, I suck at saying no to fun things, so within a few hours I booked a last-minute flight from Medellin to Santa Marta on Viva Air for only like $69 round trip. We arrived at night with just enough time for an awesome late-night dinner in downtown Santa Marta. This place is so full of life, music, dancing, and so much positive energy. If you're doing a longer Colombia trip, I definitely think Santa Marta deserves a few days. I got to stay in my very first bunk bed hostel for $12.66. This is the Viajero Santa Marta hostel, and it's way nicer than I expected. Air-conditioned rooms, ensuite bathroom shared with only your bunkmates, and a comfy private bed. It turns out Viajero is actually a family of 16 premium hostels, 8 in Colombia and 8 in the US and Latin America. And FYI, this video is in no way sponsored by anybody at all. The hostel had live music outside and great vibes. There's a rooftop pool, bar, and great views. I wanted to get a quick drone flight in the morning, but it was pretty gusty, so I played it safe. To be honest, I would have been happy to spend more time here, but we've got a trek to do. So that next morning, we took this beast bus to the main Expotur office for some logistics before heading out. We then took this bus a couple hours toward the Sierra Nevada mountains. It's a scenic ride as you leave the city into the rural areas and get way up into the mountains. We got a little fresh coconut and made it to this tiny town of Machete Pelao. We had a really great lunch at a restaurant also called Machete Pelao. This is where the hike begins, and it's one of the hardest days because it's the first day, it's the warmest at the lower elevations, and we gain a lot of elevation to get to the first camp. It'll take around 4 hours to reach Cabaña Adam. They've done a great job at organizing multiple stops to rest. The first stop had things for sale like coca leaves, fruit and nut bars, and drinks. Periodically, you'll pass these trail markers with questionable progress estimates in percentages. Good morale booster. Then we stopped and bought some amazing fresh squeezed orange juice and to admire the flowers. At our next stop, the crazy guy on our tour thought it would be interesting to buy this baby chick, which was cute for a minute but unsustainable, and we all encouraged him to return it, and he did. On the trek, you carry your own water and personal belongings, and then the mules have your backs for the rest. Things like food, drinks, and medical supplies. "66% to Cabina Adam," which now apparently is Adam with an N? I don't know. A lot of anticipation showing up here on our first night in the middle of nowhere. We were all anxious to ditch our backpacks, see the bunkhouses, and cool off in the river. This place was really, really gorgeous and a warm welcome to the jungle.
Bombs away. Nice.
The beds are actually pretty cozy and the bug nets help you sleep in peace. We were up at 6 to eat breakfast and get going before 6:30. We've now officially entered the Sierra Nevada of Santa Marta National Park. It's not often that I'm hiking in the middle of nowhere at 6:30 in the morning, and there were many moments of peace and quiet. We also had plenty to look at, like this group of cows.
Filming Jeremy for his YouTube channel.
I feel like I'm back in England.
Well,
exactly what we wanted.
Here's our first encounter with a true native of the Sierra Nevadas, and we began seeing more of the 74,000 indigenous people that live in these mountains. The trail itself has some fun features like this section with really high walls, and the trail mostly follows along the river, so you have plenty of cool bridges to cross. Apparently some of the tribes are partially nomadic and have various little villages, we'll call them, that they bounce between, maybe depending on the season, and they were not here while we were passing through. What a treat though to see these handmade huts that these people actually live in, and so cool to see them from the drone's perspective as well. Probably my favorite animal experience of the journey was crossing paths with this family of pigs and piglets just living their lives. I guess they belong to the locals and must just run free. Check out this athletic beast showing us the way.
This is so funny.
A bit before noon, we reached the next camp, but we're not actually staying here tonight. We're here for lunch, a swim, and a rest before continuing to the next camp that's near the base of the Lost City. There are some local children that live here, and I had so much fun interacting with them, showing them Snapchat filters, maybe corrupting them a bit.
Hola. Buscando para Ciudad Perdida. Tu nombre es Francisco y Alfonso. Alfonso es loco.
After lunch, it's back to the trail. Hiking for so many hours a day might sound exhausting, and yes, it's a big physical challenge to do this trek, but it's also very simple with really one objective: make it to the next camp. And along the way, we had so much time to get to know everyone in the group, which was amazing. And after the longest day of the trek, we made it to Paradise Cabin. All of the camps actually have electricity, which blew me away, and people were even watching football on TV. The Expotur crew did a killer job keeping us well fed and hydrated. The food is awesome, and we even got some fun teas and juices that were all really great.
I figured I would do a little camp tour here before it gets dark. We are at Camp Paraiso, I think it's like paradise, and we haven't actually been shown where exactly we're sleeping tonight. Under here is a big area. People are hanging clothes and putting their stuff. But really quick, I'll walk over and show you a couple of the bathrooms and everything. So, you know, just sink and some basic toilets. The women's restroom's a little bit cleaner, but it's over there, as well as some showers, and just give you a little taste of what we're staying in. So you can see all the bug nets and beds. Last night were pretty comfortable, got a decent night. We got up super early because today was the big hiking day. It was like 15 or 13 miles, something like that. Tomorrow we actually head up to the Lost City. We're super close, I think within a kilometer, maybe 2, and should be a good time. It's the morning of day 3. We've almost made it to the Lost City.
Have we almost made it?
We think. Hopefully within a kilometer.
Oh.
But we're deteriorating. Says some. We're only as strong as our weakest link, which might be in front of me. Everywhere we look, the stairs continue. We've gone up probably 1,000, and there could be 1,000 more. Just a brutal amount of stairs. It never ends. Every corner you look up and there's stairs as far as you can see.
As you can see, there are a few stairs here, but they do lead to some really awesome stuff. There's actually a park ranger to stamp our park passports. We then learned why the 1,500 to 2,000 inhabitants of the lost city of Tayuna left in the 1600s and how it became completely overgrown and abandoned until rediscovery in 1976, almost 400 years later. We also met the queen herself, who has reigned here for many centuries.
So it is believed that the different tribes, they have issues between.
From the top, you're treated to truly impressive views overlooking the ancient city of Tayuna. It's worth noting that this city was only lost to the outside world. These indigenous people traveled through it commonly. It's crazy to think that we've hiked so much over these few days and we're only at around 3,800 feet of elevation, while the highest point in the Sierra Nevadas is relatively close, yet sits at close to 19,000 feet of elevation. That would be a lot more trekking.
So we just used the proper mortar and pestle to mash up some of the local berries to make our face paint. And it's also used to dye the mochilas, the bags that they make. And now we look like official warriors of Tayuna.
I'm so thankful to have shared this experience with such great people. Time to make our way back down.
En los años 1600.
All right, we've returned. Kind of sad since we've, kind of become a little family over the last few days. So we're saying goodbye to people and off to the next adventure. But amazing tour to the lost city and definitely be a special trip in my memories.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and make sure you've hit that subscribe button and turned on post notifications for more weekly travel videos. See ya.